The Texas trio is back. Stephen Dial is here with us in Austin, and Greg, of course, in Houston. Now, we're discussing the Katy ISD gender identity policy and the growing school parental rights debate. Greg, Katy ISD is in the Houston area. What's been the reaction to that policy there?
Rudy, I'd say somewhat split. There was a modest protest rally involving mostly students, but the vast majority of folks, I believe, are breaking for parental rights. And by that, I mean a parent's right to know what's going on with their child. Here's the deal. Advocates for youth in transition insist gender dysphoria is first and foremost a health care issue, both psychological and physical. If we accept that, why would educators be allowed to react to knowledge of gender dysphoria any differently than, say, knowledge of a student with an unaddressed eating disorder or substance abuse or depression? All are healthcare challenges which demand some type of therapeutic intervention, which parents have a legal and some would say moral obligation to oversee until a young person comes of age. Will disclosure produce perfect results across the board? Of course not. But should public schools as a policy be in the business of keeping secrets what parents are generally going to find out anyway about their children? The vast majority of folks here in the Houston area say no.
You know, my word was custody. I was referring to like the custody battle that this seems to be about. And for example, in California, the Attorney General there, Stephen, is suing a school district for having a similar policy to what Katy has. Washington State has a law that keeps parents out of the loop regarding how a student identifies their gender. But Virginia has issued a rule that protects parental notification. So, Stephen, Jonathan expects this to be an issue for Texas lawmakers. What are you hearing?
This will be something that lawmakers are going to talk about. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen in the new special session that's supposed to happen sometime in the fall, but this is something that has been hot button. It's something that school districts have been talking about, and so we'll have to wait and see. I think right now teacher pay is important for Texas lawmakers, and of course school vouchers, school choice.
Yeah, teacher pay, really, that is a big one. But the wild card in this debate, I think, also is the Paxton impeachment trial. If the Senate acquits the Attorney General, rejecting the House impeachment, I think there's going to be a huge political rift between the two chambers, spilling into any kind of school reform debate that follows. You agree with that, Greg?
Yeah, Rudy, I totally agree. In fact, I'll go as far as saying the faint pulse of any school choice legislation will cease immediately with no chance of coming back. Bottom line, House Republicans went out on a political limb to do what they thought was right, knowing they'd attract primary challengers if they voted to impeach. Now, if Senate Republicans appease the hard right by dismissing the charges on motions or acquitting Paxton despite compelling evidence of wrongdoing, I think the rift you described could easily grow into a Grand Canyon.
Yeah, you know, there's already bad blood. Just look at the tax fight that they had on just getting the tax break. So do you agree that if they acquit Paxton, boy, just throw out school reform?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's going to be some retribution if that happens. And so we'll have to wait and see. Of course, there's a big thing that we have never dealt with in nearly a century in the state of Texas. So we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be complicated.
Greg, you know, let's keep on with that Paxton issue. If they do a split decision, you know, they impeach, but they let him run for office again, they don't bar him from office, is that enough to appease and keep school choice and all these other school issues alive, or do you think there's still going to be some bad blood?
I still think there's going to be some bad blood. I think that if Paxton walks out of this in any way, the House is going to feel betrayed. And right now, I'm seeing Republicans looking for a way out to appease the hard right and keep those primary challengers out of their races.
Is there a way out? Can school choice be saved? I don't think it can.
I don't think so, but we'll see.
All right, well, that's a wrap for now on this issue. You can see the interview for this one or any of our other past interviews by going to our YouTube pages.
And continue the conversation with us on social media.
The Texas trio will be back next week as we break down the latest developments in the Paxton impeachment trial. And don't forget to let us know what you think the issue is.